Bom dia, flecheiros arcanos. Bora continuar em nosso joguito. Estamos lá na cidade, né? Vamos lá. Essa cidade é grande, galera. Ah, vamos conversar com esse cara aqui.
God shepherds us all, traveler. Seek out his temple along the sacred stair, that thy path shall be made clear.
Tudo bem. Aqui a gente já veio, né, cara? Dali que a gente veio.
The Hazanui is at the palace, blaming the Valians for attacking one of their ports.
Well, did they?
Of course not. But the Queen must calm them down before they go to war over it.
Well met, stranger. Akira, but isn't this district a fine place? I am not one meant to venture far from the gullet. Until recently, I had a respectable job at the Luminous Bathhouse. Now that I am unemployed, I seek to make myself useful before the money runs out, and I must return to the Roparu as a pauper. More happens at the bathhouse than cleanliness and ease. It is a place of meetings, business, and transactions, to all of which the attendants are either blind or deaf. One day, I overheard more than I ought to have. In my erring, I gasped. To my great shame, I showed a most unprofessional reaction before clients. I was fired, and rightly so. A wonderful place. Would that I could cross its threshold again and feel the mist of luminous waters. In spite of my time there, I cannot do else but give it my highest recommendation. You will find the luminous bathhouse in Periki's Overlook. The Queen granted this area of the city to the Valian outsiders. Here they organize their business and trade, digging up the archipelago with both hands and carrying riches overseas.
Beleza.
In her welcoming embrace, the Queen allowed a similar concession to the Royal Deadfire Company. You would do well to see as much of Nekataka while you are here, I am thinking. Akira, you want to follow the road north, up the mountain, always climbing. It is the highest point in the city.
Pô, podia ter uma missão de ajudar a moça, né? Uma pena.
Merla! How's every ship hand dirty?
Consider it done.
Eita porra. Calma aí. Vou sair. Depois eu volto aqui. Sabendo que eu vou ter que entrar ali, eu acho. Aí eu até entrar por baixo.
A giant? One of the Rathun?
No, much bigger. Such is the rumor.
Sounds like sailor tales to me.
In the market for decent footwear? You won't find any cat leather around in my shop. Some of us hold ourselves to a higher of course. Come.
Legal. Olha só. Ah, deixa eu... Tem alguma coisa para vender? Tem um monte aqui. Isso aqui, por exemplo. Cara, isso aqui eu queria colocar neles, mas não sei exatamente como funciona. Aliás, deixa eu consultar na internet as runas. Pillars of Eternity 2. Como usar as runas. Ah, tem como encantar usando ela. Eu não sei se isso aqui tá certo não, tá? Vamos ver aqui. Por exemplo, deixa eu sair aqui desse... Ah, tá, peraí. Vamos vender aqui o que tem pra vender aqui. Acho que é isso aí. Deixa eu ver aqui. Por exemplo, deixa eu ver as botas dela. Já tem mais 2 de festividade. Não vou comprar as botas não. Eu tô economizando dinheiro que... Foda. Mas, por exemplo, esse arco aqui... Não tem como, não tem opção de encantar aqui. O botão direito não funciona. Por exemplo, esse aqui tem algo... Eu acho que isso aqui, cara, é pra colocar na real, pra colocar pedra de proteção, né? Runa, cara. Vamos usar as pedras de proteção. Pedras de proteção. Cara, porra, não dá pra saber. Depois eu procuro com calma. Mas eu acho que isso aqui... Palavra-chave. Eu acho que tem que consumir ele, né? Enfim, eu acho que é pra consumir ele. Então eu vou fazer o seguinte. Inclusive aqui eu acho que eu consumi ele. Então, aliás, não, porque eu gastei a bombinha. Deixa eu botar mais bombinha pra ele aqui. Mais bomba, né? Cacetada. Isso aqui, perdeneira. Cara, eu preciso comprar bomba. Tô com pouca bomba aqui, né? Possível. Cadê as bombas? As bombas. Eu acho que o elfo tava com bomba também. Quem tava com bomba? Esse cara aqui tava com bomba. Cara, eu vou tirar essa bomba dele. Vou botar essa bomba pra ele aqui, mano. Pronto. Isso aqui faz o que mesmo? Tá. E agora eu vou botar o que pra esse cara aqui? Bomba de trovão, velho. Caralho, vou botar essa aqui. Isso aqui é o quê? Tá, deixa assim, por enquanto. Consegui. Não, F5 aqui, né? Só pra... Ah, tem a passagem. Ah, não, aqui tá bloqueado, tá vendo? Não dá pra passar ali. Nossa. Uns barrilzinhos só. Devia dar pra tirar aquilo ali, né? Opa, tem uma porrada de poção pra fazer aqui. Vamos fazer essas poções aqui. Quem que fez? É ela, né? Isso aqui eu vou botar para nosso mago, querido mago. Tirar um bagulho desse aqui. Opa, não veio. Ué, por que que não vai? Ué? Caralho, arcana 7. Porra, brother. Aí é foda. Aí é foda botar essa teia aqui. Nequetaca. Saída sul. Eita porra.
How may I help?
Caralho, que loucura. Do nada. É mole pra nós, né?
Try this.
Mais ou menos mole, né?
Captain.
Captain.
Sigmas me too.
Eita porra. Oh.
How do you like that? There's something you don't see every day.
Boa, boa. Eu já fui tudo. Opa, vem cá. Então vamos dar uma olhadinha. O que que tem aqui? O que que é essa minhoca?
I only deal with serious clients. Now, shoo. A serious brute. I can see this from here. Madiko. But it is impossible to find skilled work when every competent freelancer wastes their shore leave in the wild mare. When blood travels south of their brains, the value of a good bounty is forgotten. You, a nameless face of the streets? I do not make a habit of shepherding new talent, but there is a seed of potential. We will cut your teeth on Biakara, a Huana sailor and would-be patriot who plagues company ships. Gelarde! Biakara sails a voyager's scale of Tangaloa off of Hasongo's northeastern coast. Questions? Ask your questions, Aimika. But I blame Luminous Adra. Our privateers are busy escorting shipments out of the Deadfire. Everyone is rich. No, where are the Casitas willing to sink their enemies for a bag of pyres, huh? Drunk on success.
Que lugar é esse?
If you've come on business with the Valiant Trading Company, it will have to wait until morning. We're closed. There's no need for you to be here after hours. Move along. If it has anything to do with paperwork or wax seals, which covers most of what's in the building, I'm confident it can wait until morning. If it's that important, then set your mind at ease that I am here to guard the building, and I won't allow a single sheet of parchment to cross the threshold under my watch.
Boa. Nossa, que nojento. Saiu no banheiro, velho. Tô parecendo uma aventura de DCC que tem que ficar no ar. Opa. Não, fica aqui. Ah, latrina até.
turn.
got this. I got this.
I see a soul in the darkness, one ready for reaping.
You, what are you doing here? Then permit me to escort you safely outside. The Night's Watch, they deal roughly with intruders.
I heard you and Isilmir again. I do wish you would stop encouraging her. Real sorry, Aloth. We'll keep it down. You think I care about your childish jokes? What bothers me is how she dog-ears my grimoire. And you keep bringing her out.
Just looking to lighten the mood, I guess.
Deixa eu ver o que eu tenho que fazer aqui dentro que eu esqueci. Tá. Cara, depois eu volto aqui. Pô, pra matar todo mundo. Mato todo mundo, mas eu não queria fazer isso não. Vamos ver o que tem pra cá.
The Queen is holding court today with the Valians and Rowathians.
How long before they're killing each other?
Wager on it?
Watch and learn.
It's interesting.
Oh, hello. Welcome to my shop. It's such a pleasure to see a new face. How might I assist you? Oh, I am a cartographer. I make maps. I'm not half bad at it either. And may the gods forgive my immodesty for saying so. If you need a map of any settled region of the Deadfire, I am your man. And my commission rates are quite generous. It used to be I would take to the sea and do a bit of charting myself. But I haven't the time. Too many maps need making. A shame, too. There's a whole swath of the Deadfire I've yet to see. I'm quite keen to write a book, in fact. Oh, but I won't trouble you about that. Excuse my nattering on, won't you? You think so? He is a magnificent beast, isn't he? He's been a bit low lately. Between you and me, I think he's heartsick for the sea. Sometimes. Married to the work, you know? I just get so engrossed in my maps. Sharing a bed with a few maps is a good sight better than sharing with... He always hogs the blankets. I'm putting together an explorer's account of the Deadfire. Or at least the part of it Queen Onekaza's tribe has laid claim to. My book will be the first of its kind. The Explorers Club will go mad for it. Or, well, that was the idea. It's a fiercely dangerous enterprise, in point of fact, and nobody will agree to chart the islands for me. You'd think ship captains would be a bold-hearted bunch. I offered. I'm not exactly the most powerful fighter, or I do it all myself. Still, wouldn't it be wonderful? An explorer's guide to the Deadfire. Someday. Do you mean it? This is... Wow! I can't thank you enough. It's a lot of ground, I mean water to cover, and some of these islands are in very dangerous waters. Don't worry, I planned it all out. We'll get your feet wet first. With a little experience under your belt, I'm sure you'll get a taste for it. Nothing will stop us. I mean, you. The idea is to explore all the islands that haven't been charted yet, or even named. That falls to you, Aimika. You can't tell me you've never wanted to name your own island? I thought we could start with the waters around the company outpost at Port Magi. There are 2 islands in the region, and nobody's taken much notice of them yet. Once you're back, I'll start filling in my map and adding your findings to the book. Oh, this will be wonderful.
Legal. Vou fazer isso aí sim.
If you told me a few years ago that I'd end up following you on another crazy errand, I'd have said you were out of your mind. Not because I got anything against you, more that trouble seems to come looking for you wherever you go. Yet, here we are again, probably on our way to die. Well, you already did, but me, I mean... Well, real nice of you to share. Someday I'll have to get you a gift. And wouldn't you know it, this time is shaping up to be crazier than the last one. But I gotta say, I appreciate how you've handled things. Times like these, staying decent's not as easy as it sounds. Thought you were weird at first, of course, but you've surprised me.
Não há motivo para tudo isso se eu tiver que ser.
There's something to that. I like to think I'm the same way. Except I chose to believe in the goodness of a giant statue that kills everything it passes. Sometimes I have second thoughts about that. I've been meaning to ask, though. How is it you never seem to lose your way through all this? What is it tells you you're on the right path? Well, hard to argue with that. And I might get some strange looks if I did. When I was a boy, things were simpler. Aethys was more like a character we read about in church. Well, just about anything would be at this point. Well, most stories had him helping folks or making the world work as it should. You pray to him, he might help you too. There was no cost to it. No confusion about his will or followers taking it. Following Aethys was right. Had no reason to question. Do you think there's any way that following him could still be the right path? After all we've seen? Is that something we can ask for? Seems like the gods might take that. Anyway, I didn't mean for this to get depressing. I think this was just a long way of saying I appreciate the way you've guided things. Makes me feel like I'm doing some good going with you.
Welcome back, welcome back. How might I assist you? Certainly, certainly.
If you are here about the taxes, tell the Queen. Oh, you are not the tax collector. What business brings you to my mill? Ha! I need a large country estate and several handsome women to fan me with palm fronds. It is good for the heart to dream impossible dreams, yes? The Ardra belongs to the Valian Trading Company, Aimika. Unless you plan to open a bathhouse to rival Ganor's in Periki's Overlook, we will take no orders from you. I cannot. Okay? You go around asking just anyone in Queensbirth personal questions, maybe you end up dead in a ditch. Lucky for you, I am a woman of honor. I direct luminous milling for the Valian Trading Company. It's a nice job, huh? And I'm quite good at it. You want to know more? Buy me a drink first, per guano. We mill luminous, of course. Take big chunks, break into smaller chunks, crush into dust-sized chunks. Per complancanet, it is really not so complicated. I need a lot. It is good for the heart to dream impossible dreams, yes? What business brings you to my mill? Good day.
Legal. Legal, legal.
Did I tell you? You were in my dreams last night, Watcher. You were on your knees before my God. And I couldn't stop screaming.
Caralho, o tamanho do moinho, mano. Gigantesco.
Avast, ground filth! Why disturb Lord Admiral, eh? Eh? Not doing anything wrong! Eh? Go away! No interruptions to the plan. Lord Admiral's work too important. Get her, Cullies!
Yes? That looks complicated.
Em cima.
Right here.
Lavru, be on seek!
Ahoy. Siamas me too,
Not my best moment.
What do you need?
Oh?
Lavaru beyond seek.
Yeah? That's gonna leave a scar.
Yeah? Moeth Ixie Honest!
Ahoy. Aye, aye, Captain. Another tack, Cap.
I'll be fine. Really.
That's not very helpful.
Yeah?
Rapaz, peraí. Nossa, não tá legal não. Muita gente ali, velho.
Give me a real chance.
I don't have a voice for shanties these days. Too much salt in the air.
Not even my
Thank you
Bithrak
again for
darling.
maintaining my story in front of Vanessa and the others. I didn't enjoy deceiving them, but it seemed simpler than the alternative. I hoped you'd understand. Believe me, I take no pleasure in duplicity. After we parted, I set out to It's controlled us for too long. So for 5 years, I've been tracking down Leaden Key circles, searching for the places where they operate in secret, trying to undo them. The task has been more difficult than I don't think I fully understood the weight of the decisions I would have to make. It was much easier when I only had to follow someone else's lead. My father's, Theos's, yours. After we defeated Theos, I thought the hard part of undoing his work would be tracking down the Leaden Key's members and operations. Perhaps this would be easier with an example. I went to a village in Old Valia, a run-down backwater of a... Hey, right home like it was. Centuries ago, the Leaden Key, the details were lost, but what had endured was a practice of...
You got an eye for charming little towns, I'll say that.
At every full moon, the villagers would feed the soil with their blood. The village priest administered the practice.
Wicket El Bunbag. Tis
He was a tyrant. I was certain that if the... So I arranged for him to have an accident. I thought so. The old man died. And the villagers were terrified. They were convinced his death was an ill omen. So they began bloodletting every week. Instead of a handful dying each year, a few perished every week. Is it? In the end, the villagers suffered. I keep wondering what I might have done differently, or how I could have known better. I suppose so. Thank you. It's a relief to share this burden. You've given me a lot to think about. Ah, that. I'm looking for an old Leaden Key sect. I want to be sure. Please, let me go over my notes again. Then I promise I'll...
Okay.
A tiny minute falsetto per complanca net.
Hail and welcome to the Wild Mare, friend. Now, what can I do for you? You see anything you like? You let...
Esse aqui é bom, hein? Esse aqui. Preciso de Eu preciso de um contramestre. Ah, esse aqui é contramestre. Um navegador. Tem navegador? Navegador. Tá bom. Então.
Do you enjoy coin, my friend? Can you lift a sword?
Caralho, o lugar é grandão, mano.
Where in the blazes is that old man?
Watch and learn. It's me. Easy does it.
Have you seen an old elf hanging around here lately? Dresses funny, probably drunker than an eel in a barrel of mead. Just crushing void, I thought as much. Listen, the guy I'm looking for owes me a lot of money. 5,000 coppers. You help me find him, and I'll give you 20%. I can't thank you enough. No one's been willing to so much as tell me the date until you came along. The man I'm looking for, Oswald, was especially fond of one of the courtesans upstairs, Alice. Maybe you can get more out of her than I can. She refuses to speak to me, the snippy little cur. She wasn't receptive to my particular charms. Let's see you do better. Maybe you can get more out of her than I can. She refuses to speak to me, the snippy little cur. What do you want to know? I was hoping you wouldn't ask me that. But hey, I'm one of the countless minor nobles that litter the Deerwooden countryside. You know Admeth Hadret, hero of the War of Defiance? He's my great whatever. See, this is why I don't like to tell people about it. They get all weird, like you right now, being weird. It's my fault, really. I should have known better than to believe that damned old drunk man's a wizard. You understand, and a tinkerer. He convinced himself and me he could, with enough luminous adra, create a device that would add years to one's life. Must have been a crock of shit, because one day he up and ran without a word of explanation or I thought I knew him better than that. The man's a family friend. Has been for... must be 4 generations now. The perk of being an elf, eh?
Tá, calculado.
Ahoy, Captain. If I could bend your ear a moment, I'll be aiming to thank you for bringing me aboard. I know we ain't always seen cod to cock, but the Gentleman is only the finest ship among the Principi, and Captain Ferrante our most respected shipmaster. Now don't sell yourself a Suole short, Cap. I'd seen what there were to be seen upon the Gentleman, learn what ropes would, and believe you me, I do appreciate me, said I've a gift for you. This trinket be from one of the first ships I hunted. I know were I to tell you that, you mightn't want it no more. Just a jest, Cap. Nay, I tucked it away in my beard. Didn't wear braids back then. Malnar shook me down for plunder after each raid. I figured out she wouldn't go nowhere near my beard. Set my face were like a saw rip fetish. You be entirely welcome. Now, if you'll pardon me, I've roundabout reached my limit for sentiment.
Ah,
See,
Bora.
I cannot down the rest. Watch me, amigo.
Eu tenho que matar essa moça, gente.
Madico, it is no wonder I thirst. Ado, why do you stare?
Salvar aqui.
Ado, you returned. Agrasima. Even in the oasis I am parched. If you grant wishes, there is a vacancy on my ship.
Yet another reminder that not every seaworthy vessel will be crewed up to the standards of the sorcerer.
Sientere, Sere. Next time around the wheel, perhaps. The fun ran dry with the coin. When the dancers see more than an empty purse, I will be a content Rador. Merla, and he hired muscle.
Eu não sou capanga.
Sientere, but you are too late to collect. A gang in the northern alley stole every coin. I cannot hire a crew, much less repay Zamar. If they wanted Zamar to thirst for coin, it is possible. Botzos will regret it when I turn my cannons to their mast.
Those the cannons who be waiting for Zamar to cast you? Because I'd be seeing more holes in that plan than in any Principe mast's future or no.
Wizard lights drew me like a moth to the alley north of the wild mare. And the blow to the back of the head that followed, merely it hurt. Then a wolf sat on my chest while a group of thugs went through my pockets. It growled like a thunderstorm and drooled on my uniform. I stumbled back here and traded all I had left for the comforts of the mare. When you got their leader, tell them Radora sent you.
Ado, my friend. I knew our paths would cross eventually. Que? No, you mistake me. I am not. Tell me, you are the one who sails that fine ship, Ak? Terrorize the docks with spirits, Ak? I am Aboko, and I am positioned to offer. I have opportunities for. 1,000 times I practiced my speech. Merda, never did it go this poorly. Agrasima, do you know what my problem is, Amika? I am supposed to be in the business of giving bounties, but I know no one who hunts them. No one will unfurl their sail for my humble payments. But I must start from the bottom and work my way to the top, Ak? You will take the job? You will take the job. Agrasima. Something special for my first hunter, then. I will start you on Marian, the mad animancer. She tortures her victims with unspeakable treatments before casting what's left to Berath's will. My contact saw her leaving Port Mage and heading west of Mage Island. My first bounty to pay off. An exciting day for us both.
Já peguei ela já.
Maybe it's not much, but as I make more deals, more pyres will be available, Ak? I finally managed to land the rights to a bounty of value. You may not like it. There is a thirsty drake who roosts near an oasis northeast of Mage Island. The local tribes call him Purakeo, after a sea dragon of legend. Even so, they have no love for this water thief. Aggressive. You have but to ask.
Here.
See something you like? Aloth! This is the last place I expected to see you. Have your interests changed so much since our time at Bragon Hill?
No, I still enjoy tile puzzles and deflecting personal questions. Anyway, what are you doing here?
I could ask the same of you. I make my own hours, meet fascinating people, and the coin's nothing to sneer at. Better than stuffy old books and unflattering robes. It's good to see you again, Aloth. Anyway, I should get back to it. Be well.
It was lovely seeing you. Perhaps lovely is too strong a word. I meant pleasant. Perfectly agreeable. I can see where I may have confused the poor fellow in our academy days. 'Twas a right fierce labour getting the lad to finger any flesh that weren't covering his spelly books.
Did you enjoy the show? There's more to see, if you're interested. I suppose. I was raised in the Adir Empire. When I was young, I studied to be an arcane knight. After an incident at my school, I left the continent and a handful of my fellow students got up to a bit of mischief that ended with several people dead. Did you enjoy the show? There's more to see, if you're interested. Till later, then.
Opa.
Challenge.
Opa, peraí. Algema. Isso aqui é o quê? Ah, tá. Vamos lá. Esse aqui é só mais um de intelecto. Tá. O que é esse pico de energia?
Sure do like it.
See something you like? Did you enjoy the show till later then?
É o elfozinho.
I will give you an experience you won't soon forget.
I must assume the question beneath your question is how a fire god like
Perseverance. Being as I am, I have been.
But we cannot always be strong.
I help those who have lost.
Come, lay your head on my breast. I will read to you the work of my favorite poet, Skilber. I'm sure I don't know who you're talking about. Now please leave. If I knew a man named Oswald, and if that man was in danger, I would still decline to be involved. Now, is there something else I can do for you? I'm sure I don't know who you're talking about. Now please leave. Oswald has visited oft of late. He's a sentimental old man, and he longs for the words of our homeland, Adir. I would often read the old epics to him in their original Eldadiran. He's grown paranoid recently, however, always muttering about the shadows following him and other such nonsense. It was quite unnerving, frankly. He came to me in a panic a few days ago and shoved his journal into my hands. He told me he'd be back for it, but I've not seen hide nor hair of him since. I wonder, perhaps his journal would help you find him. Here, take this key. You'll find the journal in my armoire.
I got this. I got this.
Mirante de Perique, esta manhã. Eu de olhos dos olhos para cá.
Have you come to hear some verse? Oh, her. Yes, she is persistent, isn't she? She grew incensed when I asked her to leave. She's no longer welcome in my room. I do hope she's not a friend of yours. Her manners are atrocious. Farewell.
Consider it done.
Come to seek ablutions for your sins? Ha! Get it? Ablutions? Absolution? Ha! Massage? Bath? Whatever you need. Just ask. Oh, you don't want to hear about that. I live the boy. Truth be told, my real passion is pottery. Worked out in the end, of course. Now I specialize in relieving tension in a malware and death. I guess I can't hide my feelings as well as the stability's good and all, but I haven't seen anything that gets my blood pumping in ages. You know what I mean? Doing the same old thing day in, day out. It's enough to make a man leap from the nearest window. Where to? No kidding. I like to see something like that for myself. Do you think I could come with you? Just for a bit. Hell, you don't have to tell me twice.
Ah, ele vai pro navio. Olha isso, mano. Ele é um bardo. Caralho. Não estava preparado para ser um personagem agora. É bardo ou bárbaro? Tá precisando de um bárbaro aqui, mano. Na boa. Tem muito conjurador aqui. Precisa de um cara pra atacar, velho. Cara, eu acho que eu vou de bárbaro. Cara, bardo é muito legal, tá? Nesse jogo. Ele tem umas canções. Você vai melhorando, ele vai cantando, você marca, ele vai cantando ela durante a batalha, sabe? E ele, tá vendo, ó, não partido pelo machado, nem derrubado pela tempestade. Aí ele vai cantando aqui, ele vai dando melhoras pros personagens. Só que eu tô com os conjuradores já, mano. Eu tô precisando de gente pra pancada, sabe? Só por conta do grupo. Eu vou de bárbaro. Eu vou tirar esse cara aqui. Aliás, eu vou primeiro organizar isso aqui. Depois eu trago ele. Beleza. Legal. Não contava com isso. Vamos lá. Tá ficando de dia, né? Aí eu vou poder entrar lá. Essa musiquinha é legal. Musiquinha é legal.
What this is?
Mas não tem ninguém aqui.
I see where you're going with that. This calls for a subtle there.
What did I tell you? Watch him.
I've noticed you seem to be frequently at odds with others in your order.
Some of my brethren don't understand why I gotta do what I do, but I'm not beholden to them.
I can certainly sympathize.
Quem que é Khan mesmo? É aquela pessoa de baixo? Não, né? Vendeu umas coisinhas aqui que eu peguei.
Now, what can I do for you? You see anything you like? You let...
Bom. Assim, deixa eu tirar os bagulhos desse cara aqui. Se bem que isso aqui, se bem que o machado de batalha, eu vou tirar dele. Cara, isso tudo aqui eu vou tirar.
Now, what can I do for you? You see anything you like?
I'll be shoving off then, Cap.
Vamos lá. Alquimia. É um bárbaro. Prestidigitação 3, né? Cara, eu vou botar pra ele aqui. História. Metafísica. História 3. Vamos lá. Tem uma, né? Esse aqui é bom. É esse aqui, com certeza. Vamos lá, duas habilidades. Duas mãos. Concede um bônus de dano enquanto manejando uma arma em duas mãos. Esse aqui que eu quero. Uma. Agora sim. Na verdade, eu prefiro esse aqui, eu acho. Espada longa, eu quero uma espada longa dessa. Ou esse aqui, né? Mais umazinha. Agora eu preciso comprar uma arma pra ele. Onde eu vou comprar essa arma, eu não sei. Não, não. Foi. Foi. Parece que estão querendo sair aqui. Preciso, antes de eu lutar com alguém, eu preciso achar uma forja aqui.
Ak, my little privateer. You have news for me? Well, the Queen's Birth ship hunters are not exactly enjoy the lack of competition while it lasts. Take your time.
Ah, sim, deixa eu trocar o gato aqui. Cadê o cão? Deixa o gatinho ali. Tem que achar uma forja.
Behold, Aethys is risen again. He is glorious in form and purpose.
I just hope Laro doesn't bring ridicule to the Badato name.
Ah, yes. The newcomer. I thought you might visit. Lady Izali Bardato. Custom dictates, I say, at your service. But I have not the time for such lies. If you have business with House Bardato, then speak on. Are you still with me? I'd venture that you're working too hard. Ugh. My bank shoulders the costs of the Valian Trading Company's operations in the Deadfire. It is said that no Valian may wipe themselves unless a Bardato signature approves it first.
If that's true, we gotta stop shaking hands with them.
I'm certain you've touched worse, farmhand.
Consider it done. Isn't this something? Mm-hmm. They'll never know I'm here. I see where you're going with there. What did I tell you? Sure. This calls for a subtle there. What did I tell you? Mm-hmm. Leave it to me. Easy does it. Give me a challenge.
Nossa, dele é muito bom. fiz errado, tá? Tudo bem.
Welcome to the Bardato Vault. You have an appointment, madam? So you did. You will find better welcome upstairs.
Tem um cofre aqui, né, mano?
Have you heard about the commotion at the palace?
Of course. Something about Luminous Adra.
A giant made of Luminous Adra.
All I know is that they're all at each other's throats up there.
You both attest that you have made all possible efforts to come to a peaceful...
I did not send for anyone to preside over our contest.
No? You didn't hire a bodyguard. We have business. What do you want? The family keeps you on a tight leash, Laro. Will getting impaled on a Valera blade prove something to them?
Psst. What's your words of? You want the Juana to know we're dueling?
My bad so to the tribals. We should be free to settle matters on Valiant terms.
Small wonder the old empire collapsed in civil strife if this is the Valiant way.
And how do your colonies fare, Adiran?
This street thug called my family a warren of corrupt inbreds. But is there a dung heap in all the world?
That wolf he calls mother would have us live out our days polishing Bardato silver.
Believe me.
Miller! Scatter!
What? Where are you going, you stuffed shirt? This isn't over, you coward! You can't hide behind your corrupt mother forever!
Island folk tend to prefer lighter. Take your time.
Beleza.
I've got everything the daring explorer needs, of course. Take.
Porra.
Plenty of fish in the sea you'll find, no?
It is not as easy as it seems to turn a profit in Neketaka, but there is opportunity.
Deixa eu vir matar esses carinha aqui. Olha o luto, caralho, é grande pra cacete. Isso que eu queria. Mas na verdade eu queria arma. Tá. Se a arma for cara, eu vou refazer ele de novo, gastar 750 pila todo. Vai parecer bem vigiado aqui.
Traveler, do you have any food? Surely you've a scrap to spare.
That Dawnstar may be able to help. What say?
Help how? Poison me? Akira, no thanks.
Acho que não vai ter loja de arma aqui não, né? Deixa eu ver aqui pra cima primeiro.
Consider it done.
They took him. For what? Ataro's the second this month.
And they say the pittings aren't increasing. Do they lie to themselves or just to us? At this rate, who'll be left to suffer the Mataru's ire?
What say you, girl? I see much and many things. I simply do. I have heard my people speak of your kindness, watcher who chases ale. I also hear the Raparu's heartbeat, grown thready and pained. Now a watcher comes to the gullet, as Amira has shown me you would. The Raparu are being crushed from the top.
No one deserves to suffer. Not like this.
This is the Huana way. The fish of our nets are the fruit of our fields, too, is reaped for the tribe. All spoils are gifted to the whole of the tribe. The tribe then partakes from the top down, from the most deserving to the least. The Mataru risk their lives to protect the tribe. The tribe takes care of the Raparu more than we contribute. The Dawn Stars would feed us, but there was a man who helped us. A soft-hearted pirate named Ulug. He worked with the Principe, but for days now. Ulug was never late with his shipments. Always very conscientious. A good boy. The Queen refuses to increase our share of the prize share. Without Ulug's shipments, we will surely starve. I am asking you, what else can we do? Perhaps you can achieve what those of my caste cannot. Gain us favor with the crown, and always we Raparu will be indebted to you. You mean the black market that lies nestled in the depths of the Narrows? The guards do their best to stomp it out, but they are a single boot. I do not know how to get there, but someone at the tavern might. If we cannot convince the Mataru nor the Principe, Peatly is a child of the Dawn Stars and has become the Gullet's most cherished healer. I believe she would willingly speak, and I will listen.
Me recuso a roubar coisa dessa galera aqui, velho. Sem chance.
Watch and learn.
Peatly? Good God, I nearly didn't recognize you. You look more death warmed over than Dawnstar.
Didn't see you there, Shody. Listen, you and your friends should move along. I'm not feeling so good, and I'd hate to get you sick. Nothing a little ginger root and some bed rest won't cure. Please, let me be. That's not... Wait, you're the one someone in the other Dawnstar's been talking about. In that case, maybe there is. There's some sick Raparu in the back. Not much I can do for them now besides keep them comfortable and hidden.
Is that wise? Keeping a room full of sick people in the most crowded district in the city?
It's better than leaving them to wander the district. I can give them a dignified death, if nothing else. Because they've got Drowner's lung. Spreads like gossip and kills even faster.
Nossa, que isso? Desce, 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 desce.
A gift from the Valians. Fills your lungs with fluid. Gets you coughing all the time, trying to clear them. One of my patients, eventually, it gets so bad, you can't hack it out. You just lie there, struggling for breath, until you choke on your own phlegm. I heard some Raparu had gotten sick, so I brought them here to care for them. City here. Realized what it was when I heard the rattle in their chests, the way they gasped. Only cure is an elixir made with pine seed oil. It costs a lot. Though still, if news of this outbreak gets out, these poor souls will get tossed into the old city. No one with any money in Nekataka spends it on the Raparu. You can get nearly anything on Delver's Row. Only trouble is finding it, and paying for it. Unfortunately, the children of the Dawnstars don't have many connections in this part of town. But you might. Not meaning any offense, just that you seem like someone who's comfortable on that side of town. If not, I bet you could find someone at the tavern who knows where Delver's Row is. Criminal types like to wet their throats after a long day of lying, cheating, and stealing. About the only honest one. The Raparu here are treated like garbage. And Dario and his Principe scum took advantage of the neglect down here to set up the black market on Delver's Road. He runs most of the criminal mischief that goes on here. Some say he's an old Valian traditionalist. Some say he's a thug. Either way, I steer clear of him. All the while, the gullet gets more crowded as tribes from the other islands come to Nekataka. Some are driven from their homes by pirates, raiders, even trading company thugs. Others hear stories of the foreign wealth pouring into the city. What they don't realize is most of it flows between the foreigners and the palace. That's what Dario and his people say. They recruit Raparu to sneak things from the docks. I can't blame the Raparu. Not when the alternative is eaten from a trash pile. And whenever the city authorities finally crack down, the Raparu will be caught in the middle as best we can. Most of us came from Raed Saris after the Vorlis plot, and we remember what it's like to scrape by. Some days, I think maybe this is why Aethys brought us to Deadfire. Other days, I'm too damn tired.
Isso que legal.
Give me a real challenge.
Aqui, esses filha da...
Adair, I get the feeling you don't like me much. Was it something I said? I think it was something I said.
No, it's not. You're not doing anything wrong, exactly.
Really? I mean, you tell me if you had a problem, right? If I'd bothered you this whole time?
It's nothing personal. I just don't think we need to be talking is all.
Oh, well, thanks for clearing that up.
salvar aqui, galera. Parar por enquanto. Depois eu continuo. Valeu, galera. Até mais.